Hello and welcome everybody to this spontaneous live update.
Hello, everyone.
We're having technical issues. We were supposed to be going ahead with a wonderful interview with Myra, but unfortunately, she must have got caught up on her end, and so
We're talking to ourselves,
yeah, we're
which is
talking
nothing new.
No, well, at least there's two of us in the room right now and talking to ourselves. But yeah, unfortunately, she hasn't arrived yet, and so we get locked out of Facebook if we don't start the live for I think 15 minutes or something. So we thought, hey, you lucky folks, you can just have us ramble at you for a couple of minutes just whilst we hang around as well,
and see if Mira may be able to join us.
We may be able to do the interview after all. Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Hopefully, because she's fantastic. She's an amazing activist. I don't know if you've heard of Mira and her work before, but she is one amazing young lady, and we're really excited to bring her to our channel. So hopefully we can do that for you very soon.
Yeah, so if we, for once, we got the phones on in the background here, so if you hear the buzzing, the tweets, the pings, the message, it's not one of us, mainly me, forgetting to turn things off. It's actually us listening out to see if Mira's going to turn up. So
on the positive side, it means that we haven't really had a chat to talk to you for a while, and it means that this gives us a spontaneous opportunity to talk about some other stuff that you will now get a sneak hear view of.
Preview, hear view. Yeah, so December has got a lot of great stuff happening. I'm sure everyone has that in their own personal lives, but Vegan FTA, we're going to bring you as much as we can this month. There's one thing one thing I'm very excited about, so excited I can barely get my words out, is Vegan FTA apparel is coming. And so new threads, some fresh designs. I've been doing a lot of creative activism lately, and so you will see some nice, funky, fresh designs coming out.
They're pretty sharp. Have to admit, they're pretty sharp. You've done a good job. And let's face it, we've been wearing these for a while now. We've been wearing these a couple of years now. We do wash them in between, but it would be nice to have some new looks. And I think you're going to love the new designs as well. They're perfectly timed, in time to put on your own Christmas wish list, or give them to a pre-vegan that you love for Christmas, just to steer them in the right direction, or give them to someone who's already vegan that you want to see ripping some really cool stuff.
Yeah, well, actually, maybe I can even try and bring up a little preview of one of the designs, as long as I got it saved somewhere.
It's not meant to launch yet, is it? When are we supposed to be launching?
I believe tomorrow or the day after. It's quite tricky for us folks with all our time zoning. Us here in New Zealand, we're about to go to bed. But for most of our social media managing, it comes from Europe and the States. And so we're always trying to be like, is it my Tuesday? Your Tuesday? Your Wednesday? My Thursday?
So maybe if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, your Wednesday? Your Wednesday.
I believe so.
No, tomorrow is Wednesday here. So it might be your Tuesday. Oh, I have no idea. This is what happens when we get caught on the hop. I promise anyway, it will be worth it. I really hope that you're going to love these designs.
Yeah.
And we're going to be adding to them all the time.
Yeah, it's one of the passion projects for me. I've been using art as an outlet for activism and mainly recovering from burnout. And so channeling that all into it, I end up doing activism again. And so, yeah, it's going with a lot more of a cartoony sort of style, which hopefully will be a bit more fun, a bit more enjoyable for sort of folks to wear around. You know, we have a lot of depressing sort of messages with veganism, but hopefully we can present it in a lot lighter and brighter way.
Yeah, hopefully inspire a few people on the way as well.
But in other big news as well, we have finally another episode of Activist coming. This has been on me. Through everything we've had going on this year, I'm not sure if everyone else had a similar 2022. It's been a very difficult year, and so we're out of action for a couple of months. Not that you would have seen it with our wonderful team at Vegan FTA carrying the torch all through that time. Yeah. But for us personally, we had some time that we had to take away from things due to various health issues. And so I've only got round to finally editing the brilliant episode for Activist we did with Jake Conroy, aka the Cranky Vegan. If you don't follow him on YouTube yet, do it. It's well worth it. It's one of the only channels I really religiously follow for sort of 3-minute Thursdays, he calls them. But we did a great interview with him and about his history with the Shack 7. Learn all about pressure campaigning, how you can get involved, what they are, how to do them. It's been a labor of love these last couple of weeks editing it, And so that will be coming out in the start of December. I'm just finishing the podcast version of that. I'm very much looking forward to that.
That's awesome. It's awesome. Jake is fantastic.
Yeah.
But we were a bit starstruck, weren't we, that day, really?
Me especially, I was fanboying a bit. And so I was stumbling over my words, and doing the editing, I said, I don't know how many. I've replaced Fantastics. Actually, that's one of the things I used to say constantly, was fantastic in every interview. I counted
until
it.
He counted it.
I counted it, and I did 21 in one interview, and so I realized I had to stop that. But so has become my new thing, and we'll get to the real rambles now. But well, thank you so much for In the Comfort of Strangers. We look forward to showing you the designs, and hopefully I can try and bring one up on here. I can bring up video files, no problem on this. It's just a bit of a struggle with image files.
Yeah.
But
I hope you can enjoy these designs. We put a lot of thought into them, because you know what it's like. There are some great vegan merch out there, but a lot of it is quite similar. So we wanted to come up with something really different and something quite exclusive that hopefully you're not going to see anywhere else, and you're not going to see every other vegan on the street wearing as well. So
actually, no, I want every other vegan on the street wearing this stuff.
Okay, well, that is an aim.
It all goes
eventually, not right now. Right.
It all goes to supporting our activism, though, and what we do here at Vegan FTA, because without donations, we can't do the activism that we do. We can't put the other voices out there that we do, all the collaborations. And so hopefully it's one way that we can give you guys something cool, and it also helps to support us and keep a roof over our head. Yeah, but I've got I think I'm going to be sneaky. Sarah, hopefully she doesn't kill me for doing this, but I think I can let slip the
She's probably still asleep where she is, so you might
hopefully,
be
yeah.
Sarah's our founder. Hi, Sarah.
She'll kill me later, but I'll show the promo reel that I made for it, and hopefully you'll get a glimpse at some of the designs that I've been doing in there. So let's see how this works. I can't remember if it. Here we go.
You guys see that?
Hopefully you can hear the music, otherwise I just look like even more of a muppet than I usually do.
As if you need encouragement.
Yeah, so very, very short and sweet, but yes, we have a few designs sort of coming up, and as I say, from a lot more of the cartoony stuff I've been doing. Where are we? I don't know if you can see me scrolling through. Hope so, otherwise I'd be more of an idiot as usual. There we go. This one I'm very happy about, which I don't know if we can see.
This is a great one. The message is milk hurts. But it's kind of, if it's possible to do that in a light-hearted way, it's kind of like, as a lot of you may know, anti-carnist. We wear anti-carnist gear a lot of the time, and we see people out and about, and everyone's like, "Oh, I love your shirt, love your shirt." And then when they actually look and read the message and look at it and study it closely, they're like, "Oh, well, this range is a little bit like that. It looks very light-hearted and funky on the outside, but there's a hidden message in there that isn't hidden too deeply." So, it will be. We're looking forward to repping them as well. I can't wait to get them over here. It'll be great.
It's funny how easy it is to make a milk carton look depressed. I never knew that was going to be a sentence I could say, but
milk is depressing all year.
Milk is depressing,
all
yeah.
Let's face it. So. Yes, that will be wonderful. So very much looking forward to bringing you that. We've also December coming up. We have an exciting Christmas giveaway with award-winning activist author MC Ronan. She is the author of the Liberation trilogy, and through her we are going to be giving away the entire trilogy. What an amazing Christmas present! So we've got that coming up in December as well.
Yeah, they're a great read. They really do get you hooked in. And there's actually, spoiler alert, there's a character named after me. So I'm very happy. So, it's so lovely to have
There was already one named after me that wasn't me, but he's got one actually named after him. So that's a pretty big honor. And it's an amazing trilogy if you have not discovered it yet. I didn't think that I was much of a fiction reader, but Maya, the author, has got me hooked in well and truly. So we're really looking forward to sharing that giveaway with you, and also a bit more about how she got into writing the dystopian vegan fiction in the first place. Yeah,
so a lot of cool stuff sort of happening. We also will be hopefully bringing you some sort of highlights from us and the whole team. The Vegan FTA team has grown this year, which is so wonderful. We've got so many great activists who have come on board with us, and As you may have seen, we have Vegan FTA Espanol, we have Vegan FTA Philippines, and also Vegan FTA Japan this year.
Gradual world domination.
Bring me the risk board, I want to start playing world domination, but the message is getting out there, and it's so lovely to have all of our audience, all of our supporters around the world, and being able to bring content to them in their own home language, in their own style as well.
Exactly. And talking of content, have you seen our new mini series yet on Positive Beginnings?
Oh, yeah, Positive Beginnings.
Amazing. Do go check it out.
Yeah,
it's up there now.
Yeah, it's great. We're doing it's one of the initiatives that we've been focused on this year, as well as doing collaborative series. And so, Positive Beginnings, they put that together. And it's just fantastic to get their insight. We put forward the plan for it, and then they came back with how they imagined it. And, we never know what we're quite going to get with a collaboration, but it's just so brilliant what they put forth. And so, there's 4 videos. The first one covers the truth about the fur industry. I believe the second one is about Nicole and her story, how she got started, how she got started with it, how she found her voice in activism. The third one is also talking about the sort of the realities of foxes, and sort of what was required by the sanctuaries, and what's happening to people like selling them as pets. And fourth is very cute. There's the stories. There's also the truth about where these foxes are coming from. So there's a bit of that, but very cute to see the foxes happily at the sanctuary there. And they're just such beautiful creatures. So, well, thank you so much for following Comfort with Strangers. It's so great. And hopefully we'll bring more of those series. We have got more in the works right now, the collaborative series. So it's going to be great to see what else everyone else brings to the network. And
definitely other great people to follow. You may have seen on our social media the last couple of days, we have a beautiful video of some bobby calves. Bobby calves, in case you didn't know, bobby calves, they're named so in New Zealand, in Australia, because they're not just male, but they're also male and female calves who are bred into existence, and then considered a waste product of the industry. And so they are sent to slaughter at around 4 days old, which is pretty horrific. About 2 million a year in New Zealand alone. But there are a couple of sanctuaries out here who specifically work with these bobby calves, who, I should say, were named bobby calves because back in old English kind of times, they were only said to be worth a bob or two, so hence the bobby calf term, which is unfortunately stuck because, as we all know, they are worth far more than that. But if you check out Starfish Bobby Calf Project and also Rising from Ashes Farm Animal Sanctuary, they are doing amazing work. Obviously, 2 million bobby calves in New Zealand every year. We can't save them all, but we can save some of them, and they are amazing ambassadors. Also, my new favorite farm rescue sanctuary as well is Brewis and Rumble Pig in Australia. Brewis, that is B.
What an awesome name.
They're wonderful. I think they're brothers. So Brewis is BREWIS, Brewis and Rumble Pig. They're in Perth, Western Australia, and they will make your day. Honestly, follow them on Facebook. I don't know if they're on Instagram yet, but follow them on Facebook. They have just the most incredible, wonderful, heartwarming images, and their carer, their foster mum, is a brilliant advocate as well for veganism. You will love them. So honestly, I just heard about them this week myself, and I'm telling everybody to follow them. So please check out Brewis and Rumble Pig.
I will put a link in the description now. I've just gone on to mine to make sure I followed as well.
They are
That's
wonderful.
The one, eh?
That's the one. That is the very one right there.
Link in the comments coming right now.
Joys of spontaneous lives. We get to give these wonderful people a plug.
Yes.
Look at that. That's Rumble, I believe, the black one. I think that's right.
It is. I always love seeing pigs. For me, they are not to be speciesist, but they are one of my favorite animals. They're just so charming.
That and rabbits. I tell you what, this is how much Gareth loves rabbits and hares. So where we live in New Zealand, there is an amazing park. I think it's over 1,000 hectares that is walking distance from us. And Gareth loves rabbits so much that we have to get up at 4:30 every morning before everybody else gets up, and it's just getting light and nobody's walking their dogs yet. And we have to go up and see the bunnies. And it's an amazing way to start the day, I have to say. But we see bunnies, we see pheasants, we see quail, we see all manner of native birds. But that is how much Gareth loves rabbits, that we have to get up at 4:30 every morning to see them. That is dedication for you.
Well, for me, my part of my backstory is that, you know, when I was a kid, I used to go up in the hills and hunt rabbits in Wales, and I did that, you know, for I think maybe a couple of years. And so I spent a lot of time up there on the hills with the rabbits. Unfortunately, I was snaring them. And I'm so happy to see now that there's a ban now in Wales that stops snaring altogether. It makes me so thankful, because I haven't done that myself. I knew how cruel it was, just in the fact that I'd lay the snares in the evening, and then you wouldn't come back until the morning. And so you could catch a rabbit in half an hour, 5 minutes after you've set them, and then they would be there until you come to get them. And then I won't go into execution and all the other parts of it, but every time we go into the park in the mornings now, and you know, although it's getting up at 4:30 to do it, it just warms my heart so much to see the rabbits out there. And I still, you know, every day I'm sort of like, I don't know how I could have killed them. You know, I did, unfortunately, but now, you know, I just see them for what beautiful creatures they are, and just it makes you reflect in shame on my past. But at least I know I can use that as part of my advocacy now. I understand, you know, what it's like for other people to do it and why they're doing it. You know, for me, it was bringing some food home. But, you know, you can justify as much as you want. They're beautiful creatures and they shouldn't be getting killed. And even I've been sharing on my personal page about that. And I had somebody saying how, you know, if you didn't kill the rabbits, they'd eat all the vegetables. And it's like,
just like cows taking over the planet if we stop eating them too.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the animal takeover. I'm very much looking forward to it. I can't wait, you know.
We won't have to get up at 4:30 to see them then if they take over the planet.
No, that'll be brilliant. But yeah, for me, actually, I think, once again, not to be speciesist, I think hares, though, like, I have that connection with rabbits, but hares is just like the next level. For anybody who hasn't seen wild hares, please even just Google images it right now, because
huge. The ones we see are huge and they're so majestic.
They're bigger than some of the dogs we see around here. And just we got sort of ambushed by one the other day. It came bolting across the park, and you could see the bright white fluffy bits on its feet and its tail and its ears, and you know, it looked like it was dressed up to the nines for hair, and it's just so beautiful. And yeah, that's worth getting up very early in the morning. And to be honest, for everyone, if you want to be mad like us, do it, because you see so many more animals before everyone else is up walking their dogs, and you know, all the cats are out in the yards because they haven't been bothered yet either. So they get bothered by me instead, saying hello, and I hope they have a wonderful day. But yeah, it's a great time to be up.
Absolutely. Oh, it's great. And when we describe park, it is a park, but it's not like a flat area of grassland like you might imagine with the average park. This is amazing planted wetlands. There's trees. There's, you know, there's perfect. I mean, we have pheasants nesting all around us as well. We have quail, and it's, yeah. Actually, he got a fright as well this morning, didn't he? The pheasant.
Oh yeah.
We must be so good at being quiet now and walking mindfully and stealthily when we, you know, try not to disturb everyone. That I don't know who got the biggest fright.
We're walking down one of the sort of paths, and all of a sudden it just came out of nowhere, and this just pheasant's head pops up over the fence, and it was just sort of like, oh, good morning. And I think we scared each other, and so he went off flying, and it was really comedic to me. I felt really bad scaring the pheasant, although he scared me too.
He berated us.
He berated us as he was flying away. You could hear the wings beating frantically, and him sort of warbling some sort of.
I think he was swearing in pheasant.
Yeah, if it had been me doing it in English, I would have been saying many effy words and many sort of things. It had that connotation to it, and I know we can't speak to animals, but I'm sure that's what they're sort of saying. It's beautiful to be out there and seeing the wildlife as it should be, and only disturbed by us, fortunately, at that sort of time in the morning. But
which we try not to do.
But also thank you for sharing the names, Frederick and Penelope.
Penelope Gardenberry. What a wonderful name we've got here in the comments for rescue bunnies. How wonderful.
on baby iguanas. Oh, that. Yeah, I've always been lover of lizards and stuff like that. Although we get them out here in New Zealand, but they get a lot of skinks and stuff. But you rarely see them apart from a good summer's day where they're out sunning themselves on a rock. But, I look forward to that this summer because we're going into summer here.
We are. Hi, Nancy from the US. Yes, we've got the first day of summer coming on Thursday, which it's been a long wait for us. So I guess everyone else is kind of getting ready to hunker down for the winter. But
hence hoodies coming in the merch store.
Yes, lots of hoodies.
Yeah, quite a few hoodies. But hi, Nancy. I'm pretty sure I saw you on the event page for our Mira talk. And so, in case you haven't caught the start of this, thank you for joining us here. Unfortunately, we still haven't heard anything from Mira, so I don't think that interview is going to go ahead today. It's one of the joys of live interviews is we're always
always going to happen, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it's always going to happen. This was actually supposed to be our last one for the year, so now you get a bonus ramble from us, and we'll still make sure that we do the interview with Mira.
We will we will hopefully catch up with her soon. She must have got caught up with something. The first time we've had it happen with live, usually we do quite a few pre-records, and so like with our activist series, and a couple of times we arrived a day early. We've had other people arrive a day early just with all the time differences. So
just when you think you've got it sussed, then it throws you a curveball.
Technical difficulties. Welcome to Vegan FTA.
It keeps things interesting.
Yeah, so that will be coming soon. I really look forward to speaking to her and also learning more about Tikva for animals and all the work she's doing in
farm transitions here as well. She is one amazing activist, honestly. So if you're not if you just happen to be watching this live just because you happen to be in the right place at the right time, or the wrong place at the wrong time to be stuck with us, do keep an eye out for the rescheduled interview with Mira, because it will be very much worth watching.
Yeah. FTA is for the animals, and so we are vegan FTA, vegan for the animals. So much so I even got it done on my knuckles. There we go. And what's with this lighting? Who did this? Me.
Yes.
I even got my little piggy.
It's got a piggy trotter as well.
But so it's for the animals because everything we do here is for animal advocacy, and so
Very much so, very much. Well, thank you everybody for joining us. We've been rambling on now longer than we intended, but we really appreciate your company. Thank you for listening this far.
Veganics, we have talked to Tash actually. We talked to her a couple of years ago now, wasn't it?
Yeah.
She was part of our activist series. I can actually link.
Tash was great.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I think it's kind of actually just before she sort of really started to blow up on social media. And so it was great to sort of see.
I think it was after the football game with the Right to Rescue, and
I will be able to. Oh, look, I can see it. I'm live on YouTube right now.
There we go. It was after the first Christmas, I believe, where she went to the supermarket and we saw her actions. We were like, whoa, we need to be talking to her. So we've got actually in our YouTube archives, as well as all our previous activist episodes. If you didn't see our recent live panel on farm transitions, that was fantastic. We had TJ Bradford from Animal Outlook. We had Emma Stein from Miyoko's Creamery. And we had Rebecca Knowles from Stock Free Farming, who are doing really, really heartening and inspiring work, communicating with farmers and teaching them how to get out of the system, which, let's face it, they're also trapped in. So that's fantastic. And also an amazing Crystal Heath, the founder of Our Honor and Vegan Vet, and very outspoken animal rights advocate. She did an amazing panel with us recently. No, not an amazing panel. She did an amazing live interview with us, which did go ahead as planned. And that was really great. She is an amazing speaker, and she comes up against huge backlash and adversity from her peers who are not vegan. And let's face it, it makes sense, doesn't it? You would think about it, all vets should be vegan. We're all animal lovers, right? We should all be vegan, but this is not how it is at all. And Crystal explains exactly why that is and how the industry has become so entrenched in these very archaic attitudes.
Yeah, it was an industry designed for farming systems, and so there's the animal agriculture still has such a tight grip on it. And I think we titled the interview
Stop eating your patience.
Yeah, don't eat your patience.
Yeah.
And so when we opened, Crystal wanted to just address that just for any of the colleagues watching, because fortunately there are some vets who don't eat their patients, but it was great to sort of talk on that. So that was a really fun interview, and for anybody who tuned into that, it was great to have the audience and so much participation during that one. As you can probably tell, doing lives is still almost a bit of a new thing for us. Like this year, we started doing live sessions like this, and
then we had a few months off because things went a bit wonky at
New
Zealand HQ.
And so doing lives is still a bit of an interesting thing, even for me learning. We're currently using StreamYard for anybody who's interested in this sort of software and stuff, and so trying to learn the tools, and so. It's a great getting so much interaction and having words fall out of my mouth. Having so many comments just to be able to bounce off and ask your questions to our guests. And so that's what we really look forward to. And so when we do finally get to reschedule Mira, then I hope to see you all back again. And if you have any questions, feel free to sing out, because it's always great to have that. We try and write a good interview. But it's always nice to have those extra bits to ad lib in and sort of often bounce off the questions.
Definitely.
We already have.
One thing we will be doing a lot of in 2023 is a lot more live panels. We are planning to do at least one a month. Our team is still, although it's growing, still pretty small, and we can only juggle so many hats. So, hopefully
I have 15 hats. 15. I do too many jobs.
He's not kidding either. But that is one thing that we want to, we're committed to in 2023 is bringing you one really good live panel a month. It's a great way to showcase the work of several activists working in specific fields at the same time. And the bonus for Gareth and I is they are usually such amazing speakers between them that we can just sit back and not have to worry about fluffing and rambling like we usually do. So
it's great for you folks too. You don't have to listen to us.
You get some really
so
good,
much,
proper good speakers.
Yeah,
we've got heaps of ideas of live panels, but if there's anything that you would particularly like to see us speak on, and anyone that you would like us to bring together for a discussion, then do let us know.
Yeah, we're always happy to hear ideas. And I've got to say that I think it's the first one we did, which was the anti-vivisection one. That was great, just because with our panelists as well, there's a couple of answers that weren't, we didn't get the same answer from everybody, and some people had there was no arguments or anything like that, but there's slightly different views on it, and it was great to have those different perspectives within that same sort of field, within that industry, because I feel often on a lot of sort of social medias around this sort of these topics, you get sort of the same sort of views again and again, and not much sort of deviation and variation. And so it's always great to have those conversations and see how other people are perceiving this and perceiving the problems, how we can fix them, because the more answers we have, the more solutions we have. So it was really great to have that.
Actually, talking of anti-vivisection, Tara Jackson, the amazing executive director of NZAVS, New Zealand Anti-Vivisection Society, she's just picked up a major award from Lush for their advocacy through this year. So, great congratulations to them. They do really amazing work making a difference over here.
We've just covered our van with their stickers as well. So if anybody lived in the local area, they'll soon know what our van is, because it's covered in NZAVS stickers now. And so, we'll probably move to sort of wrap this up. We've been talking at you now for a good half an hour.
You know what's going to happen? We'll hang up, and the mirror will turn up,
the phone will go.
Manage to get through or something. But
as soon as I hit that button, that phone will go. But just to recap quickly, unfortunately, Mira hasn't been able to join us. We will reschedule the interview for another time. Hopefully, it'll be soon. But we'll just have to see how our schedules go. We have merch coming. Vegan FTA apparel is launching very, very soon, either tomorrow or the day after. Very soon.
I hope you love it as much as we do. I can't wait to start wearing some. We will amaze you with a different design every live from now on.
Oh, put me under pressure, we don't you? But I'll tell you what, I'll show the real thing at the end again, just so that if anybody missed it, you can see it again. Just previewing, I think 3 of the designs on there. And so there's t-shirts, hoodies, stickers, tote bags, I think that's about it.
Exclusively designed by Gareth from his own fair hand pen thing. So you will not find these anywhere else.
Yeah. So if someone's made a major muck up of it, blame me. And so, yeah, I'm really excited to launch that. We have Activist episode 3 of season 3. Not many episodes this season, but the one that's coming is an absolute banger. I've worked so many hours editing it and trying to make it as informative as possible. So that will be coming soon with Jake Conroy, the cranky vegan. Actually, quick plug, listen to the Radicals and Revolutionaries podcast. It was done by Jake and Taylor Starr. Fantastic podcast, an audio history of the history of the movement. Audio history awesome podcast. Listen to it. It's fantastic. So that's coming up. And then also we have the book giveaway from MC Ronan.
Can you look up Maya's website while we're here because if you haven't heard of MC Ronan before, Maya, she is the author of the Liberation Trilogy, and we will be we've got an interview with her coming soon. Ronan, darling, you spelt it wrong.
No, it's have I?
No, you haven't spelt it wrong. Google spelt it wrong.
It's auto-correcting.
Sorry, Maya. Where is her? Is it mcronan.com? I'm not sure.
I will find it. No,
that's not it.
Muck romances we've got instead.
I don't have dystopian fiction's got much about romance in it. Maybe that will be Maya's 4th book. We'll have to hit her up about that.
I don't want MC Roman. Sorry, we're having even more technical difficulties right now.
Don't you just love autocorrect? Try mcronan.com.
That?
Yeah. Sorry, you can't see what we're seeing at the moment. It's probably just as well.
No.
Oh, honestly.
Tell you what.
Maya is the author of the Liberation Trilogy. There are 3 books. There is The Shed, there is Liberation, and the final one is It Was in Our Hands. They're all incredible. You need to read all of them, and you will be hooked in from the very, very start. And we have all of them to give away in December to one lucky winner. But for now, just go and check her out on social media if you're not already. She's an amazing activist. She is the organizer of Wellington Animal Save here in New Zealand as well. And she is one of our favorite activists. She is wonderful. So has been doing a lot of great work for a long time. So the more recognition that we can get for what she's doing, and the more people we can get to read her books who are changing hearts and minds and perceptions, the better. So please check her out. And hi, Maya, if you're watching this. Sorry, we got Google got your name wrong.
Links in the description. And so I think we'll love you and leave you on that sort of point. And yeah, we'll reschedule Maya's interview for Mira's interview for another time. I really look forward to that. And so
if you're still here, thank you for watching this far.
Yep. And here's the final little promo thing just to finish it all off.
There we go.
So stay tuned.
Show them close up.
Yep, the store will be coming out in the next couple of days, and so thank you everyone for joining us during this ramble. Thank you for putting up with us, and enjoy the rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. I hope you have a lovely day, and
we'll catch you again soon. Hopefully, very soon with Mira.